Yo, welcome to Trippy Commentaries. My name's RJ. Thank you guys for joining us here in Grand Theft Auto in our search for the Jetpack. Here's the location of the Jetpack symbol. Of course, you can't see it right now. It's the middle of the night, and you can only see it during the sunset time. So, is there any way we can see it without it being the sunset? Absolutely there is. In fact, we have brought our space docker into the Altruist Camp, so that way we can use it to show off the Jetpack symbol in a whole new light. Thank you guys for joining us for this episode. We have a couple things that I wanted to share with you in regards to the Altruist Camp. This is one of the more mysterious areas of the game. A lot of people are talking about it, so I definitely wanted to get into it myself. Please subscribe if you have not already, and if you have subscribed to the channel, we really appreciate it. Stay tuned, we have a lot more to show you here in the game. And you never know when something's going to come out, as we will break any new information found in Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm pretty sure we're on the verge of finding something hidden in the game, something big. Now, I think it's pretty interesting how there's a ramp that conveniently leads you right up to the Jetpack symbol, almost like you can bring a vehicle up, and when you hit the green light of your space docker, you will show off the Jetpack symbol in green this time around. And as you see, it is not sunset at all. We don't need the sun. We don't have to praise the sun. We are going to embrace the light, in this case the green light, to show off the Jetpack symbol ourselves. So very interesting, guys. I don't know if maybe this is one of the main reasons why they gave you the space docker. As of right now, I don't know what the hell it's used for. It seems pretty damn useless to me. Maybe they want us to come here to the Altruist Camp and use the green light so that way we can see the Jetpack symbol a different way. That's just a theory. Man, these horns are really wild. There's one of them, this one right here, that almost seems like it's like some kind of crazy message that has been scrambled or something. I don't know. But there are a couple things that I need to get into when it comes to the space docker and the Altruist Camp. First of all, it's very difficult to actually get your space docker through the camp to that, so that way you can show off or be able to see this Jetpack symbol in the green lighting. I don't know if that's on purpose. It seems like it. I'll show you what I mean, because it's not easy getting it into the camp itself. Now, you have the door to the camp, which apparently a ghost just walked through, I don't know. But most of the time it is closed, so you have to find a way to actually get your space docker in here. Well, they conveniently made a little ridge. Who the hell's shooting at me? Damn it, these guys respond so quickly. Get out of here. What the hell? Damn it. I want to aim at this guy. Bastardo. Die already. I see you behind the space docker. You ain't hiding from me. So what I was going to say is it seems like there's a perfect path right into the Altruist Camp. This guy's going to try to be a sneaky bastard. It's not going to work. So you can take your space docker conveniently up the ridge here, all the way into the camp. Now keep in mind, you got to be very careful, because you do not want your headlight to be broken off. You can see I just lost one. You want both of them to be intact, that way you can really see the Jetpack symbol. And it seems like they conveniently opened up a passage right here, so you can drive your docker right through the Altruist cult, no problem. Now, another thing that's going to be difficult is you're going to have all of the cultists shooting at you as soon as you get in, so you have to watch out for that. They can sometimes shoot your headlight and knock that out. Now, you come over to the ritual stone, and I find this kind of interesting as well. If you try to come over here, you'll notice that it is completely closed off. Damn you bastards, stop coming back to life. So, lucky for us, there is a path right here that they have opened up. Hold on, let me kill this a-hole. Damn you, you're interrupting me. So, they opened up this little path right here conveniently, so that way you can take your space docker around the seating area right to the ritual stone. So that's pretty interesting. It seems like they made a direct path for you to go, so that way you can shine the green light of the space docker on the jetpack symbol, and you can see it at nighttime or other times of the day. Get some pants on, damn it! What the hell's wrong with you? So a couple more things I wanted to talk about this area in this episode. First of all, there's a series of events you can do with Trevor to where you bring some sacrifices here to the camp, and they'll pay you. Now, if you bring 4 of them, they'll then turn on you, and Trevor will kill everybody, and eventually, from what I hear, will burn down the camp and leave it in ruins. Now, I've yet to do that, so I'm thinking maybe you do have to do that before unlocking the jetpack or something else. I don't know, that seems to be something I should probably do before maybe another series of events happens. I don't know. But I will definitely be doing that, and of course I'll have a save from before and after. Leave me alone, damn it. Where are you guys coming from? Holy crap, and they're coming back in force. There's a ton of them. So, find it quite interesting that there's all this weaponry around here. What the hell is that all about? Another thing I wanted to get into is there's a symbol that many people have been talking about. I've showed it off in a couple episodes. You can find it on top of Mount Chiliad, where it looks like Mount Chiliad itself with a trail traversing up it. Now, you can find that symbol another area. In fact, let me show you on the map real quick. It's over in the middle of the desert here on the eastern side of the map. It's right around here where you can find that same symbol of apparently Mount Chiliad with the trail going up it. And there's the WOW signal actually next to that one. And that area is pointing you. There's literally an arrow that points you to where I am right now, the Altruist Camp. So what I'm getting at, damn you motherfuckers. I'm dead by some guys who are not even wearing pants. So basically what I was going to say is that symbol is pointing you towards the Altruist Camp. I think that symbol is not Mount Chiliad. I think it is the mountain that is right behind the camp. And I'll go ahead and grab a helicopter so we can show that off. Yeah, so I think it's pretty interesting. I think Rockstar is trying to hide or really just trick you into thinking that symbol is the mountain. But really, I think it's not Mount Chiliad. I think it is the little mountain that leads up to the power station behind the Altruist Camp. So yet another symbol that is leading us towards the Altruist Camp itself. You have the jetpack symbol, you have the symbol that I just referred to that I think is trying to point us towards the little mountain there behind the camp. And, of course you have the cave underneath the Altruist cult. And, I think that has a lot of hidden meaning as well. Whoa, not sure what was going on there with Trevor. We'll just ignore that. So, there's a lot of mystery behind the Altruist Camp there. Perhaps there's more than we know. And I think a lot of people have been talking about that area lately. It's a pretty obvious area that is linked to the jetpack. And as I've done in this episode, maybe we have to bring the space docker there. Maybe there is some meaning behind that as well, as the space docker appears to be pretty damn useless. Let me know in the comments if you guys have found any ways to use it yourself, because there seems to be a lot of trouble that you have to go through just to find that hunk of junk. It's pretty useless in my opinion. Let's grab our helicopter and head back there as I will show you the symbol that I was referring to and why I think that it is, of course, pointing us towards the Altruist Colts camp and not Mount Chiliad as we suspected before. So I will be doing the 4 sacrificial lambs there with Trevor. Of course I'll do that, and then I guess I will put the camp into ruins, so we'll see if that does anything special. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all I wanted to get into. There was a couple structures located inside the camp that I think are strange. Other people have pointed it out. For one thing, most of the structures there are log cabins, yet there's almost what looks to be a door to an underground bunker or something. So that would go against some of the other structures located in the camp. You know, it seems like most of the buildings and houses are going against modern technology, yet there is a bunker that appears to maybe have something hidden inside now. The door is just a flat surface. I don't think it'll ever open, but it does stand out, and it is a little bit different than some of the other stuff that you see around the Colts camp. And that pretty much covers everything that I wanted to get to in this episode. I'll show this off here real quick. The symbol that I was referring to, you can find it right around the gondola location. Let's go ahead and circle around. Okay. It is going to be located over here behind these trees. Now, you see that? It looks like it is the Mount Chiliad trail with the gondola hut on top. You can see the gondola hut right there. So it seems as if that's what they're referring to with the UFO on top. Of course, the UFO shows up here. We showed that off already. And I basically think that that is not referring to Mount Chiliad. It is referring to the mountain here at the Colts camp. Let's go ahead and show this off. Thank you guys for joining us here for this episode. I really appreciate it, all of you who have subscribed to the channel. That really means a lot to us. I have a lot to show off. I'll be getting into a lot more in some upcoming episodes, and we will hopefully find the Jetpack, or at least something new, because I think we're about to find something big. So stay tuned. So there you have it. There's the traverse trail that leads up this mini mountain or hill. And this one even has a square building on top as well. So is Rockstar trying to trick us? Because I really think that's what's going on. I think they are trying to lead us to believe that that symbol is Mount Chiliad, but in actuality, it is this area right here. Now, why are they leading us towards this area? I'm not too sure. As of right now, I think it's quite obvious the Altruist Camp is the main area of mystery. This is probably the location that we may find the Jetpack in some way. In fact, there are a couple other things that people have been looking into that I didn't even get to mention here in this episode. And by the way, guys, I did check out the cave underneath the Altruist Camp with the green lighting found on the space docker. Didn't seem to show anything special. It does look cool. It certainly gives off a green aura, but other than that, I'm not sure if there's any meaning behind bringing the space docker to the cave or the Altruist Colts camp itself. One last thing I want to mention that is certainly pretty mysterious when it comes to what we're talking about here in this episode is that I was trying to use the space docker here in the camp, but I couldn't save the game with the space docker in the camp, right? If I tried to reload it, the space docker would disappear. It would just have Franklin without the space docker. But if I saved the game just outside of the camp, then it would be fine. I could reload it and I would have the space docker back again. So I found that pretty interesting. I mean, why are they making it so hard, as I covered earlier in this episode, where you have to bring the space docker through carefully without breaking the headlights? Why are they making it so hard for us to bring it in there? We can't save the game with the space docker in the camp, and it's so hard to bring it in there to begin with. So just wanted to cover that for you guys. It's a lot that I wanted to get into. And as I mentioned, we really appreciate you guys tuning into the channel. That means an awful lot. And anybody who's new, definitely make sure to subscribe. We have a lot to show off here at Trippy Commentaries. Anything that you bring to us in the comments, we'll definitely make sure to show off in the game here at Trippy Commentaries. So stay tuned, stay with us, and peace out, guys. See you on the flip side.